Okay. Honorable Pogisi, are we experiencing a leadership failure across sector? Because we've heard what the leaders say, executive, legislature, judiciary.
Yeah, Trevor, let's one of the things that we must come to terms with is if we are going to be repenting and apologizing and forgiving each other, we must come to the place where we say we have wronged. We have failed. So that prayer was not about who has failed. I think we must all come to say we have failed. It's like in the corruption situation. Corruption situation, we blame sometimes the police, right? Yeah. But do the police take bribes from your pocket? Do they put their hand in your pocket?
No.
So,
you give.
So we are the ones who encourage the police to become corrupt. In fact, it's become like a right now.
Yeah.
The guys with matatus and boda bodas, they exactly know now where to do that. So it's become like a system, part of our system. That is the executive. That is where failure has come. And let's talk about, one of the things that I don't like, personally, is to see members of the executive go to Harambes, pull out cash in millions, hand over cash in glare of the cameras, and even announcing their own names, you know, say, I am the minister for this, I'm giving you $1 million shillings, and pull it in cash to an impoverished society. They give money beyond their salary. By the way, some of them give, what they give is beyond what they earn. That questions, for me, is either you're stealing our money, or if you're not stealing, you're actually misusing what was supposed to be used for something else.
Yeah.
And that is part of the failure. And I've never known the pride that a minister can have by saying, you know, you guys, I'm giving you $1 million shillings, I'm giving you 2 million shillings in cash. And that's where the president needs to look. The president needs to look. I mean, those people are embarrassing the president. They're not helping him. And so I do wish to say that when we say failures, we see these failures. Suddenly, I mean, yesterday I would say yesterday I didn't even have a million for myself. Today, I'm actually giving 10 million shillings, 100 million shillings, 10 million shillings from somewhere. That money, you must trace that money comes from. I mean, some of the things that we do, for example, and I think DCI, NIS, and even police, they see those things, and ESCC, they see all those things. But you know, they look the other way. That is a failure in the system. Mm-hmm. That's a failure in the system. What am I trying to say? When we came yesterday to the National Prayer Breakfast and we said we want to pray that these systems of ours, may God help us, we came out to say we are sorry. But we only said we are sorry because of the disease. Nobody said, I'm sorry, I'm corrupt. Nobody says, I'm sorry because I ran a system which is corrupt. Not yet. And that's how we should have picked up from there. Mm-hmm. We should have picked up from there now into sectors and say, the judiciary. You have your weaknesses, you have your failures. Yeah. And I think Dan Manso can speak to some of those because he's in that sector every day. I've never seen a lawyer who is in court
so many times.
every day.
Yeah.
And still looking very strong like he is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we need to start thinking. If we want to be genuinely repentant,
yeah,
we must now go to those sectors. Said, legislature. Sometimes we make the legislature look like we're jokes. We're here. You have the responsibility of a budget of a country. Mm-hmm. You see. And when we invite these guys to come to you, about invite them or you summon them, whatever it is, let's see some seriousness in what you do there. So anyway, let me just come back to the fact that the systems have failed, and I agree with you. The political system in Kenya, the judicial system in Kenya, even the business community in Kenya.
Yeah.
We want shortcuts everywhere. The people are angry. People are angry. The frustrations in the people are angry. You know, if you're on the road, and I drive myself on the road, so I know what I'm talking about. If you're on the road and you try to, even just courtesy of trying to either enter another exit or even just join the road, you'll see how angry the person will not even allow you.
Yeah.
To the extent that, as you see here, even an ambulance was not allowed to proceed. Some people even block ambulances because there is anger in the people. We need to have that repentance. We need to relieve ourselves of the amount of anger in this country. And I want to tell the President, you're actually running a country of very angry people. Let's not show opulence to people who are angry and hungry. And I think he should, this is for me the thing that I'm saying. It's difficult to run a country like this. And if the president fails, it's because we have made it even difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it empowerment. In fact, these tokens, this money that you say that they're giving out to people, including the president himself, he calls it empowerment. When you go to a women group and you give them $1 million, $2 million, isn't it empowerment?
Yes, but who is the empowerer? Where did you suddenly get all this money? Whose money is it? Why don't you say it's from the ministry, if it is actually? Tell us that. If you're empowering those people, put it in the budget and say, my ministry gives you, and I will be very happy if you say that. But it's me. This is from me. This is from, I'm bringing another 2 million from Beatrice Alachi. I want to tell you, I'm bringing another 3 million from Dan Manzo. We are showing people that this is not government money. So who are you empowering from? What is your motive for that empowerment? If it's not the government. By the way, they're not even representing the government. They don't speak for the government, they speak for me. I am the one. Okay. And then they ask some poor guy there to carry a bag full of money. That guy doesn't even take, he's the one carrying the money. That's his business. We have a big problem.